Dr. Nataraj. Over to Mr. Daniel, sir, please.
Good evening to one and all. This is the 5th webinar of the series we are conducting on behalf of ISTD Western Region in association with NHQ. This is a little bit difference of the earlier theme. We are going for learning through ISTD. We have chosen 8 panelists, all are ISTD diploma holders. So it will be beneficial to existing diploma holders and who is planning to get the diploma, because they will be getting the testimony as these 8 people experience. And also our moderator is also a ISTD diploma holder. So friends, it will be a totally benefit to ISTD and diploma program. Without wasting much time, I request Dr. Nataraj Ray to inaugurate the program.
Yeah. Thank you, Kuryanji. It is a proud privilege to be participating in the diploma, ISTD diploma, because I have started my career in ISTD in the diploma holder. I have become a diploma when I was a student, then I am a student member, and gradually I am started the chapter and others. So when something is coming diploma, I feel proud that I am an alumni of diploma out of 32 alumni of the country. And we have already started sometime back that the alumni association of the diploma association country, but ultimately it is not go forward. So I would request all the diploma students now from WARD, you also start the alumni who are 8 students, 8 diploma holder is there. You can start diploma alumni so that we can go forward. And today we have our moderator, our own dear Dr. Y.K. Upadhyay ji. Sir, you take the lead to diploma alumni, because we have almost 30,000 diploma alumni in the country, which is the largest diploma in the country.
Yes.
Good evening, the past president, some past president, joint past president, National Council member, chapter chairman, and chapter secretary for this wonderful session. And I am delighted to tell Kurian Daniel has done a wonderful job. First 4 programs, after that 2 programs. These all are separated program, and which is the beneficial for the not in the Western region, in the ISTD as a whole. Thank you, Kurianji, for your wholehearted support for the ISTD across the country. ISTD diploma is one of the best diploma which is in the country, and 83 batch is going on to admission. So I would request all the alumni of the diploma at least bring one alumni, one diploma student, so that you can propagate it, or you can send our diploma poster as where your other groups, because there is a 8 diploma holder is student there. At least all 8 diploma holders should send our posters across the other groups, so that our diploma will be more and more benefited, and admission is going on to admit the new student. This much I can tell you today, and I would request the Jugesh Upadhyay ji, please start a diploma alumni with your leadership, and I am also with that, because I am also diploma holder, and other 8 members today is there. They will be the part of the team, and slowly we'll bring the diploma alumni group from today onwards. Thank you, Upadhyay ji, and also Kurian ji, and all the participants. Welcome today the wonderful session which is organized by the ISTD Western Region. Thank you. I cannot take the name, because one by one it will be called the introduction, so that introduce them. So I cannot go behind that, but I tell them we start the Diploma Alumni Association 1, and also I would request all the ISTD members to propagate to the diploma flyer, poster, among chapter chairman, secretary, so that this year we can get a good and great number of diploma students. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kurian ji and Upadhyay ji, for your wonderful timing and session. And I will welcome all the diploma members who have participated today. give you good learning of diploma. I am also diploma holder. Thank you very much. A wonderful session and for this today's session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.
Dada.
Nataraj Ray.
Yeah.
So now I request Dr. Rishu Roy to introduce all the speakers and moderators. Dr. Rishu Roy is the Associate Professor of Sri Vaishnava Vidyalaya Vidyapith and Secretary of ISCD Indore. She is a PhD research guide to University of Indore as well as Rajasthan. Dr. Rishu, please. Dr. Rishu Roy.
No problem. If she is not there, I will read. No problem.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, we have panelist Miss Sonali Avasthi. Sonali Avasthi is a driven training specialist with 10 years of experience in service nursing, knowledge and experience in end-to-end training activities, adept in implementing best and innovative training practices to have effectiveness, recognized skills in mentoring and facilitating and leadership. She is pursuing PhD. So all the best, Miss Sonali, to you. We have another Miss Monica Vansal Agarwal. I forgot to tell, Miss Sonali is from Bangalore and Miss Monica from NCR, Delhi. She has been an MBA in Human Resource Management from Agra University and has diploma from ISTD in 2017. Sorry, and presently pursuing PhD in management. She is a life skill and verbal ability trainer with hands-on experience for more than 15 years in industry and academia, imparting training on personality development, life skill, employability, and verbal ability to students, teachers, and industry. All the best to you, Miss Monica, for your PhD also. Yes,
thank you
next.
so much, sir.
Now, Miss Gautami Chatterjee, she is also would-be doctor. She is little ahead because we have either doctor or would-be doctors. So she is also a training and development professional with 15 years of experience, a prudent teachers, conducts training program for top level management on many topics. You can see conflict management, innovative approaches in problem solving, NLP and all, consultant training of the program called Naya Daur, started by a industrial corporate house, administered psychometric aptitude test and interest. This I am not able to half of the this thing. Personality, and Gautami is very active in ISTD. She is committee member of ISTD Calcutta chapter, NC member, also part of many committees at national level. As I told you, she is on the final stage. She is just waiting for her interview and getting doctorate. So all the best to you also.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next. Next, we have Miss Raghavi A. Senthil Kumar. She is also a PhD aspirant and she is in advanced stage of her research with BTech, MBA and diploma in training and development. She is HR consultant, trainers, educational faculty trainer, innovative speaker, past trainer, and so many things. She has her own consultancy, the Headway Academy, and founder of Headway Academy, Government of India, MPanel certified post consultant, certified POSCO trainer, associate state president of CIMSME. She is recipient of many awards. She is the role model for the young people trying to be a good trainer. So welcome, Miss Raghavi, and all the best to you also. For next webinar, we want to see you as Dr. Raghavi.
Thank you so much, sir.
Then starting with doctors, Dr. Manish Bhatt. Dr. Manish Bhatt is teaching professional with 17 years of experience. His area of expertise is personal transformation of student through coaching and teaching. He has conducted 15 student programs at various soft skills and counseling, various modes actually. He is training and placement officer of his Institute. He is organizing secretary of various national level government function, workshop and seminar, certified training manager from ISTD, our own MBA in human resource from ITM, executive learner, and PhD in biotechnology. So we have techno manager currently working as assistant professor, DY Patil University and Navi Mumbai.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So welcome, Bhatt Sahab.
Yeah.
Now we have another panelist, Mr. Shashi Singh. See, he is working as CSR officer with Coal India, posted as CCL, NK area Ranchi, a postgraduate in rural management from XISS Ranchi and diploma in training and development 68 batch 2013. A development professional with around 14 years of diverse experience in the field of corporate social responsibility, training, banking, insurance, customer experience, and the best aspect is he is working in the rural area for ensuring that there is no adverse impact on environment and the human life. Passionate about bringing possible changes in human lives through intervention in training, sustainable renewable energy, and other works. Yes, next, please. Dr. Ravi Kumar Kurhade. He is PhD in mechanical engineering from Sant Gobind Baba Amravati University in 2011, MTech in mechanical system design from IIT Kharagpur in 2013, MBA in marketing management from Sri Sant Gajanan Maharaj University College, Shegaon, diploma in training and development from our own ISTD. He is having academic and industrial experience for 23 years. Presently, he is working head technical learning and development at Cinder India. His competency includes business acumen, identification, training and learning needs, competency modeling, mapping, design, and so on. He is the really hero of our panel. Of course, all are there, but his area of experience is very wide and varied. So welcome, Dr. Kurhade. Then we have Dr. Deepak Kumar Sharma. And he joining us from Toronto, Canada, a certified Canadian training professional who has attained PhD from University of Pune, diploma in training and development from ISTD, and learning advanced and top Canadian institutions. A McGill University, Harvard University, various colleges, Canadian Institute of Performance and Learning. Experienced professor of business, trainer, HR professional, mentor. He has demonstrated history of working in higher education industry. He has, see, when Dr. Sharma was in India, I had close association with him. He is a hardcore HR guy, but now he has shifted to academics and he has bring proud to the university because he is the winner of Walk of Fame Award 2019, which is the latest by ACCES Canada for mentoring, supporting new immigrants. So welcome, Dr. Sharma. And
Thank
finally,
Sir, now let me introduce you. The connection was lost. I'm so sorry.
no problem. No.
Now I would like to introduce a person who is going to string all the thought processes of the panelist aboard. He is none other than Dr. Yogesh Kumar Upadhyay. His achievements are noteworthy. To name a few, some outstanding ones are, he is the president of Federation of International Trainers and Speakers, USA, national president of ISTD for 2 consecutive terms, national chairman of Indo-Global Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, Pune, member of Board of Governors of Management, Entrepreneurship and Professional Skills, Council of All India Management Association and other academic institute, advisor to Academic Council of Capital University, Jharkhand, member of governing body and other committees of various B schools. Last but not the least, member of editorial board of Indian Journal of Training and Development. I'm so sorry, sir. You have to,
No
do
problem.
my
See,
job because of the technology obstacles and tyranny.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Vishu.
Thank you, Dr. Saiba. See, now this is a learning for us. We are in virtual mode. So technology should not dominate us. We have to take help from technology.
Yes.
Not to be servant of technology. We are the masters. So don't
Yeah.
worry.
Now over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kurian sir. Good morning, guests from joining from Canada, USA. Good afternoon, Europe. Good evening, our own guys from our region. Namaskar. British scientist Mr. Kelvin once said, if you cannot measure, you cannot improve. Keeping this in mind, I must thank our Regional Vice President West, Mr. Daniel Kurian, for conceiving this particular program, for taking a view of how far we have gone ahead in achieving our own objective and goals. See, ISTD is in many business. Imparting training and assessment of skill is one of the aspects in which ISTD is involved. Pratyaksham kim pramadam. It is learning from ISTD. So I think the things which are before my eyes, I don't need any certification from anybody. See, I've been proud to be in association with ISTD. As our president said, I also have long association starting from members, chapter secretary, vice chairman, chairman, regional vice, national vice president, president. Now I am past president. I have coordinated diploma, student of diploma. Really a wonderful journey. There are a lot of tangible, intangible benefits of association with ISTD. It has not only got name and fame. I have not only got name and fame, but many tangible benefits in my social, professional, and personal life. ISTD has glorious history of 5 decades. We are celebrating Golden Jubilee. And diploma has completed 42 years. In 2014, why I say Pratyaksham kim pramadam? Because 2014 I was National Vice President. And when we were conducting the convocation, Mr. Anil Khandelwal, the CMD of Bank of Baroda, he was chief guest for the convocation program. And during his address, he has said that he was also a student of ISTD and he has showed his certificate. I felt very proud. And when I was president, Mr. Suresh Prabhu, the then rail minister, Mr. Manoj Misra, CMD of Cement Corporation, Mr. B. Ashok, chairman of IOCL, they came for convocation. And for last 2 years, we have put ISTD in next orbit of growth and reputation by bringing none other than the former President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, and this year, Justice Deepak Misra, who is the ex-Chief Justice of India. See, to remain relevant and to succeed, we have to adapt changes at a faster rate than the changes happening outside. And we have to carry on judging our own actions. And this is the platform provided by Mr. Kurian to do that. Today we'll be introspecting with the words of mouth from our own people who have done very well in diploma. See, I will tell you, from ISTD, I have got lot of knowledge, a diploma, lot of networking which nobody can take. It is said about the importance of learning. Na chauryaharyam, na cha rajharyam, na bhatrabhajyam, na cha bharakari. Vekate vardhate nityam, vidya dhanam sarv dhanam pradhanam. Means जो विद्या है, जो लर्निंग मैंने लिया है ISTD से, nobody can take. The thief cannot steal it. The government cannot confiscate. My brothers cannot divide it. And it is not very heavy to carry. The wealth is increased by dividing, which we are doing today. And wealth of education is the supreme in all wealth. So ladies and gentlemen, I am giving you a wonderful panel today. And they will be going one by one. They will be discussing how far we have gone ahead. And one more, I forgot to tell you, unless we do introspection, when I did diploma, there were 6 subjects. And 2010, I believe, the subjects, 2 more subjects were added. That is the IT-enabled delivery and IT-enabled office, training office. And then 2015, during my presidency, we have rewritten the books with the latest. And last year, the whole syllabus has been overhauled. Everything is replaced with the latest. We have today the facilitation skills, name the subject, marketing for trainer, event management for training. So today we have 12 subjects, and best of the faculties are training our students. See, we don't not only talk, these are some of the actions which have been initiated by ISTD, and I have brought some pratyaksham, something they will deliberate on this, and that panel has been introduced. So I will be asked, my first question to all the panelists will be, a professional behavior and success is the reflection of depth of one's knowledge, skill, and aptitude. Kindly let us know that, did you acquire required knowledge and skills, these aspects, with your association with ISTD in general and diploma student in particular? And how helpful were these knowledge and skills acquired from diploma and training that in your shaping in your career? So there are 2 parts of the question. Did you acquire right type of knowledge and skill? Has that knowledge and skill help in shaping your career? And I will be starting with Dr. Ravi Kurhade, please.
So thank you, Yogesh sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. And giving this brief introduction, I will go ahead with your first question, that did you acquire the required knowledge and skill? My straight question is a yes, and that's why I am here. However, the another question is, how helpful was the knowledge and skill acquired through the ISTD program? So let me tell you that this is really a life journey question. And here to answer this question, I would have 2 to 3 points to explain. The first point is, yes, the development of knowledge and skill through a real learning experience on the rich curricula of ISTD program. When I'm saying a rich curricula, it includes basically 3 aspects. The first one, the theory subjects, which includes the organization behavior, human resource development, the manpower planning and the training methodologies, evaluation of trainings, and E-enabled training system. So this theoretical subjects gives the base, the foundation as a knowledge, coupled with the practical project work, which I was doing my project work on potential to performance. It means from being to becoming a great person, great learner, and a great training expert. Of course, while doing this, a lot of training methodologies were explored, like on-job training, off-job training, action learning projects, self-directed learning, that's the e-learnings, books, and some observations. And the third one is very interactive, which we call it as a contact sessions, means interaction with ISTD faculty and the project guide. Such a rich curricula has really developed a good confidence. And the second point is professional recognition. Of course, having the ISTD program is really a proud, and that's a difference that creates the differentiator amongst the learning fraternity. And the third one, the development of a unique, a special mindset. And I would like to elaborate here a little bit what is that mindset. The first one is the creating knowledge, the thought process of creating knowledge through reading books, searching more and more knowledge, making our thoughts more streamlined, more developmental, and concluding towards, what is best for a learner from the point of view of making the learning easy, simple, and the concrete for the participants. The second is the acquisition of knowledge. Of course, learning through more and more methods like classroom training, self-directed learning, on the job, and keeping that hunger continued. That really gives a rich feeling. And the third one is the design and delivery of trainings. If I talk about design and delivery of trainings, basis what is learned through the ISTD program, here is something, a small acronym that is developed, which is a SMART pupil. Yeah, SMART-PUPIL. And second is the instructional strategy, and third is the trainer skills. I wanted to show here a very simple and the quick impact of this SMART pupil. Am I visible to all of you?
Yes, please.
So can you put your right hand like this way?
Right, okay.
Right hand, yeah. So look at me and do as I say. So can you put this palm on your forehead?
Dr. Saab, can you, that you have to make yourself little higher. Actually,
Okay.
half of the face is visible.
Okay.
Yeah, you can either, now you have gone down. You bring,
Okay.
yeah, now you're okay. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So please keep your right hand like this way and look at me and do as I say. Can you put your palm on your forehead?
Forehead.
So see the impact, see the visual appeal, yeah? So most of you have put up your palm like this way. So that's the power of first yes of the SMART pupil, the senses, the visual appeals, the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. And second M, which I learned, is the motivation. But why participants should learn? Unless they are motivated towards the better performance, better career, their learning will not be a concrete one. And the third one is the application. The learning should be for the application. And next is the R, which is the repetition. So I'm strongly convinced that once taught does not mean that the participant has learned. There should be repetition. That repetition could be either by visual or by auditory or by kinesthetic. But the repetition makes the concrete learning. And the next is the transfer of training, learning. The transfer means from the trainer, it should go to the participants. And therefore, there should be the ways to assess, to evaluate whether the learning is being transferred or not. And the next key in the SMART pupil is participation. Because when the training is happening, the trainer and the participants are one team. And therefore, there should be the active participation of all participants in the teaching learning process. And in the SMART pupil, next is coming as a U, which is the utilization. Means utilization of all possible resources to make the learning easy. Whatever is available in the training room, training site, we need to make sure that those resources are utilized to make the learning easy. And then expectation setting, that the trainer should set the expectation with participants so that they are more attentive and they are more consciously learning during the program. And of course, the training should always be interesting because it is all about the development of human being. And last, L is the logically correct. So I have explained the mindset, which is creating knowledge, acquisition of knowledge, and the design and delivery of knowledge through this SMART pupil instructional strategy. Instructional strategy because what to deliver, how to deliver, what is the time frame, and what is the learning takeaway. And of
Thank
course,
you, doctor. Thank you so much. Actually, you have given more than the requirement.
yeah.
Dil mange more, I can allow you to continue, but we have 7 more. So
Yeah.
next, I will call upon Ms. Raghavi Senthil Kumar. Ms. Raghavi, please.
Happy evening to one and all present here. Yes, sir. Thank you for the introduction. And indeed, it's a good question because KSA is the professional. And my career, my journey as a HR professional, hardcore HR professional, as a HR generalist, completely focusing on the post recruitment and all the facets of the HR. Yet my flair was toward training, and at one point in time, I wanted to have a certification for myself, which is where I landed at Indian Society of Training and Development. So I'm going to run around the 3 things that you had, told, the knowledge, skills, and attitude, which is actually the mandatory aspects in terms of shaping, bringing about a great behavior towards any professional's career. So when it is about knowledge here, yes, knowledge is about a condition of being aware of something. So parallelly, I started doing the cognitive processing of the information, which means, I started doing a lot of training programs, in-house training programs in my own organization, parallelly, getting the information from ISTD, recognize, understand, apply, and evaluate the facts, the patterns, and the concepts that I've actually learned. And this is about the knowledge. Let me give an example, like how we do the cookie making. Because training is all about transformation of a raw material transformed into a product. By that way, I know what are all the ingredients that are important for cookie making, and now that I'll have to apply it, I'll have to do the prepare the cookies. So that way, skill was something that very important when it came to training and development, and I realized that skills is all about the abilities based on performance, measured in terms of time and precision and all that. So my state of mind was like, yes, now that I received the competency and proficiency, and it is all about execution. The execution itself requires training and practice. So how do I keep on preparing the cookies? So that is very important when it comes to skill. And the next would be attitude. Attitude, the manner in which we deal with things. This is what reflects from the inner behavior. The behavior point of view starts from your attitude. I think it is all about feelings, emotions, values, beliefs. I am a certified trainer, certified training and development professional from Indian Society for Training and Development, and I started motivating my fellow people. So each of these KSA elements played an important role, of my L&D space, my learning and development space, and it has resulted in improvised knowledge, improvised attitude, improvised skills, towards the subject matter and the whole training profile of mine. And I have utilized all these elements as the framework of my objective development, which has indeed resulted in tangible as well as measurable outcomes. And the result being, not just my profile in the HR career, but also in terms of a profile in Indian Society for Training and Development, wherein I started as a student in ISTD. Then I became the faculty trainer. For now, I'm about 8 years old in ISTD Chennai chapter. I've been mentoring the internship project goers, through the diploma ISTD for about 8 years again, and I've been the co-opted MC member for ISTD, and I've also been the life member by now, and I've also been leading the CSR project, CSR initiative of the Chennai chapter. Under the leadership of Dr. Karthikeyan and Mr. Ramakrishnan, where we had a project called Neeru Trip, and we had this CSR project on the water conservation and all that. So all these has been a great development in terms of, not just my HR career, my leadership. Now that I have started in a couple of organizations, but also inside ISTD, I had to, really, explore more, and I did that. So this
Thank
is all
you.
about my viewpoint.
Thank you, Ms. Raghavi, for sharing with us. Now I will call Dr. Deepak Sharma, who has joined us from Toronto, Canada, and our alumni, to share his experience, please.
Hi, everyone. This is the morning here in Canada, right? And this is the evening there. So good evening to all. And I would like to thanks the ISTD, all the team members, right? So who invited me here. And this is only possible due to the connections we have. I'm still connected with the people, and my guide, my mentor is there in front of you, Dr. Upadhyay. So whenever we do all these things, right? So connection works. Still, I'm connecting with my own country, India. So this is a way when we do something, and this is what the first reflection of the IST diploma I did. So still I'm in the connections, right? I'm learning from the internationally, right? So what the other countries are they're doing in the training and development, what we have to do. Right now I'm in Canada. So I immigrated here in 2015, and when I immigrated here, and when I asked the people that, yes, I have to go for the Canadian certification that is in training and development, they said it's not possible here, right? So though it is a very difficult to get, and there are the two stages to get it. One is a CTP and one is CTDP, right? So Canadian Training Professional, and one is a Canadian Training and Development Professional. So I was having a lot of experience, and though diploma in training and development. So you will surprised to know that yes, directly I got the entry to appear in the CTDP. That is the highest designation of the Canada, right? So that is only, the all credit goes to the ISTD. So I'll keep on doing the mentoring. Right now I'm a mentor also here, right? And I'll keep on mentoring the people. Whenever I getting my mentees, I'm asking them, do you have any diploma? Any training diploma? So they are asking how to get the things on. I think it will take the 5 years, 6 years, 8 years to get the CTDP here. If you would have done these type of diplomas, so this is very easy for us to get the things on. So this is how diploma and training and development from ISTDs benefited to me when I immigrated here. And right now I'm a certified training and development professional. Not only that, right? Lot of opportunity I got in the mentoring. I'm doing the mentoring for some government organizations, and for the Institute of Performance and Learning. And like India, there is only the one organization here. In India too, right? So ISTD, and here the Institute of Performance and Learning. And the wonderful thing is I'm among those Indians, right? So who are having the certification in training and development. Only the few you will get here. Otherwise, the South Asian people, they won't be having, because whenever they are immigrating here, they don't have any background of the training and development. And in Canada, the more and more skills are required. Just now, the few of the fellow colleagues, they talked about the knowledge. Knowledge can be acquired, right? So from the books and all, but here the skills are required. Right now, I'm in the teaching. I'm in the academics. So in the academics, the skills are more required. The attitude is the more required. We have to deal with the students, right? So for the 3 hours here, some of the academicians may be here, right? So along with me, they may have the 1 year. I also taught in the India. So only the 1 hour class, but here we have to deal with the students for 3 hours. So 3 hours. So if you don't know about your skills, and you don't know how to apply the differentiated type of learning, differentiate type of teaching, differentiate type of evaluations, right? And we can't deal with, we can't hold the students along with you. So here in the teaching, it is a great helpful, the whatever I learned through the training and development diploma. So I learned the skills, and these type of skills, I'm applying it in my academics. First of all, I'll let you know about the lesson plan, and here we have to prepare the section specific outlines. So let it be in the university and the college, everywhere we have to prepare it. And you know, it is a very difficult for anyone to prepare the daily routine or weekly or the monthly or as per the course. So it is, I'm enjoying it because I have a skills, and I can prepare very well. And secondly, though I was having the skills learned back from India, so it is quite easy for me to get into the different courses here. I did the differentiated the learning program from one of the best college of Toronto, right? So that is a Humber College. So easily they invited, oh, you know the things, so it will be easy. So I learned the things, and the attitude will be changing accordingly, right? So whenever you are dealing with the people, you have the knowledge, you have the skills, then definitely, right? So your attitude will be changing. And you know, if we are the trainers, so we have to have the good attitude, because we have to deal with a number of people, right? Okay, so in my case, I learned a lot, and I focused on the differentiated type of the teaching styles here. So that is very much admired by the students, right? So this is what I just would want to convey you guys, that yes, if you go for the diploma, you'll have the great learning, right? And the great mentors are also there with the ISTD.
Thank you, Dr. Deepak Sharma. Actually, it has reminded me that ISTD has signed a MOU with Bahrain Society for Training and Development. So is with the Canadian Society. And I'll tell you, I have given so many letters of recommendations as a president and past president also. It is really ISTD's image outside is very, very high. And this is because the professionals who are connected with the ISTD are performing outside. So thank you very much. I think you have brought proud to all of us. Now I will call upon would-be Dr. Gautami Chatterjee, who has been in academics and training both, to share her experience.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. It is really a fortunate time for me. I'm quite, like nostalgic about being a student for a diploma in training and development. I will say that my background was from commerce, and then I moved to psychology, mainly psychotherapy and counseling. So I never had the idea of what is actually training was about. So I would definitely reflect that as per my knowledge, I understood after enrolling in my diploma program, I understood about the facts, conceptual learning as per the knowledge. And then I got to know about my own skills and strengths that I, from just, giving a general presentation and technically oriented learning sessions, I imbibed myself as a trainer, and I got the opportunity to learn from various renowned and leaders, academicians, and everyone of great repute. So all their ideas kind of nurtured my own learning and given me a positive attitude that I may work and I can develop myself as a trainer. So in the journey, I am a student of 60th batch. And after enrolling myself as a student, I got to learn that that the competencies what can be rendered, and it has made me appreciate the people's contribution mainly. And further to this, I may share that in simple way that previously I was doing things without knowing what I am doing. Now I know how to perform as a trainer. So when you perform, you know your time limit, you know the things, nuances of training as a trainer, how you have to carry on that. Along with that, in shaping my career, I got opportunities after completing my diploma in various central government projects. And I worked with very many companies which are of great repute internationally also. And I was among the youngest empaneled trainer, where other trainers were all are international trainers. Because of my certification, diploma in training and development, I was selected and validated for my core skills. So these are certain advantages which I have received. Along with that, I'm fortunate to take sessions on HR specialization, training and development, team building, leadership skills, and mentoring students, which I am doing right now. And kind of, like understanding the ideologies. So ISTD diploma in training and development has helped me a lot in my personal career. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gautami ji. Thank you so much. See, you have given good insight. If you recall, the diploma is recognized by Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India. And if you log in their website, it is recognized as a training development program. So they all people posted at their ATI Administrative Training Institute that the Government of India encourages people to go and refund fees. So now I will call Mr. Sasi Singh to share his experience. Thank you. Sasi ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Well, so much has already been shared with all the alumni, and everybody has shared how the diploma and training and development has helped them in their career. Similarly, I will share my story as well, a bit about my career and as well as my the sector where I work. Now, there is a general perception that for training, you need to be associated with the HR background, or you need to be in the L&D department to be a part of the training community. But however, that's not the case. Training is kind of omnipresent, and at every moment of point in your lifetime, that you're either getting trained or you're training someone, and without even knowing it. There is training involved. If a farmer is learning organic training or some new technologies, there is training involved. If a local entrepreneur is doing something new at his retail outlet, or even to the level of complexities like engineering level of training, which we have for advanced technologies in the field of spacecrafts. Even at the level of personal space, we are facilitating or training ourselves continuously. At ISTD, my experience has been that the focus is on how to train rather than what to train. Apart from getting the basic knowledge of subject matters, we also get connected to a vast network of professionals and obviously the stalwarts in the industry. Take this webinar for example. You have professionals from Delhi, you have people from Mumbai, Chennai, Bengaluru, Sharma sir from Toronto, and even me. I am from a rural part of the country where the nearest city is around 100 kilometers away. So that's how training is, and that's how ISTD has helped me in my career. Now, talking about my CSR now, as we all know that individuals and organizations have been working all the way throughout for a sustainable future for the generations to come. Now we are going through this COVID era, and it has made us think and rethink as to how much humans can take and our responsibility towards the mother nature. We had just few days of lockdown, and we felt the resilient power of Mother Earth, and which took us decades back into the past. I am sure everyone has felt it. Well, that's a different subject. Coming back to the training and my development sector. Both the profits and the non-profits around the world are working towards have been working towards sustainable future, towards the sustainable development goals as laid down by the UN as SDGs in the field of education, health, skill development, renewable energy, etc. Now, training forms a key element to all of these. Now, a scenario in the global south or the growing economy is a bit different from that of their counterparts, but we can say that yes, training is a basic integral part of it, and because of the population and the development needs, the things in the global south are a bit different. Organizations under CSR have been taking out different interventions and initiatives to bring about change and for the upliftment of people around their area of operation. Now, training forms a crucial element of all these initiatives because this basically involves the informal sector or stakeholders, which we know that they constitute as more than 90% of the workforce in our country. Now, this sector is highly unorganized, dispersed, and cannot cover all the sectors. So it's like always the training program is designed by the implementing agency or the stakeholders, and our role is more of a mentor, monitoring, or evaluation. Now, it's obvious that we can't teach an artisan how to make an handicraft or a mechanic how to handle machines, but we can definitely upskill them and to do their job in a better way. Training, a diploma in training and development from ISTD has definitely helped me in dealing with people from these sectors, and both the formal and the informal one in my day-to-day work life. I believe you need not like uproot a fully grown tree or try to plant a new fruit into a fully grown tree. Now, ISTD is such kind of a family which has grown to a full tree, and anyone can come and for shade and nurturing. Individuals, organizations can get attached to ISTD and reap benefits from it with the huge years of experience and obviously the network. Even the smallest, remotest, both the formal and the informal ventures can connect to even to the chapter level and reap benefits. At last, I would say that as trainers, we always know this, that when we start our journey, we try as a drop in an ocean, but we always strive for as an ocean in a drop. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sasiji. I agree with you. Power of networking. Very, very strong in ISTD. I will call now Miss Monica Bansal Agarwal to share her experience, please.
Thank you so much, sir. It really is wonderful to connect with the fellow ISTD diploma holders, and of course a nostalgia for me to come back to the ISTD forum. I would start by saying that we all have heard at some point of time that an average teacher tells, a mediocre teacher explains, a good teacher guides, and a trainer inspires. And this is because a trainer is said to be inspirational because the participants, they may not remember the methodologies that the trainer uses, but then they may always remember a good, impactful trainer. And it is also important for a trainer to connect with his audience as well, because it is when you make this connect that the participants are able to remember you. And for this connectivity, the trainer himself has to operate from a level of high values and high competencies. To be successful in this particular profession, of course, to create a winning edge, you do need the right kind of knowledge, which definitely the ISTD diploma has given to all of us. But in addition to that, it definitely has given me the right mix of skills and attitude, the right skills and the right attitudes. Because many educational qualifications, they'll give you rote knowledge. But it's only the skills and the attitudes that you develop when you do courses like this that give you the winning edge. So all of this, yes, has made me an impactful trainer. We know that there cannot be just one method of delivering training, because as Dr. Sharma already said, that there are various types of learners. There could be kinesthetic learners, there could be auditory learners, there could be visual learners, reading and writing, and so on and so forth. And we need to develop methods for each of them, for each kinds of learners. And ISTD certification has certainly helped me, equipped me to be more effective and impactful. And of course, empowered me with all the tools to be able to design all of these, to make an impact on the lives of people. The entire journey, the entire ISTD journey has been a journey of exploration and has given me a sense of goal orientation. And of course, I do miss my days when I used to rush for the classes at ISTD. I don't think I missed even a single class when I was doing this diploma. And it certainly gives me a feeling of nostalgia coming back here. Of course, I do feel empowered, I feel lucky, and to be an effective and impactful trainer thanks to ISTD certification. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica ji. Actually, you have reminded my days also. We used to look for the breakfast and teach. ISTD is the only body which provides breakfast even in the examination. So not only knowledge, but so many things are included in their package. Now I will call upon Ms. Sonali Avasthi to share her view, please.
Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for all of you for inviting us over here. It's a great platform for us to connect. Regarding the questions you asked in the beginning, do we have we have got these skills from the ISTD? So this is my experience that once in our life, one or the other person has gone through this experience. You have the skills, you know how to do it, you don't have the qualification, you have the qualification, you don't have the experience. It goes hand in hand. So it's a situation. So I was told to do ISTD diploma when I was doing my master's. However, I started my job before I even thought about it. And when I got into my job, I was like bit skeptical about getting into diploma. I was like, I'm already into training. I know things. Do I have to go and waste my money or even my effort? That was the thought process. But when I started it, I realized that, okay, in your day-to-day life, in your office life, you can learn things from your mentors, your managers, people who are there around you. But there are some basic things, basic principles, basic knowledge, techniques that no one is going to sit with you and teach you. So that's what I learned. I learned the basic thing, how everything works, the organizational culture, environment, what you have to look for, what you have to avoid. There are so many things which no one tells you. They don't have the time. They just tell you something that you can do and your business is running. So I learned that, and slowly, gradually, I realized that, okay, I can see the difference in my attitude, the way I deal with things, the way I conduct my trainings, and the way I approach anything that comes my way. So definitely ISTD had helped. It is a beneficial thing. Whoever wants to get into training, as one of my members or panelists said, that it's not compulsory you have to come from the training background. I started my career with operations. I took my master's in HR, but I never went into HR. I was in operation, and directly from there I moved into training. So it helps you, it gives you that boost, that confidence, that validation. Whatever you are doing, your skills, you have a qualification to back you up. I have the skills, I have the knowledge, and that's what make me different from other people. That would give me a higher platform from other people. And has it helped me in my career? Definitely. When I was doing training transition for my last organization, this degree helped me out. Okay, she is from training, she knows. It just highlighted my profile. My promotion interview, again, it helped me. My new job, it helped me. Oh, you have done this, you will be great asset to our company. So it automatically gives you that boost even before you utter a single word. So it's there to back you up. Now you have to talk about what skills you have and how you're going to take that knowledge and move forward, how it's going to help you and how you're going to help the organization. So definitely it's been great and it's been very helpful. I'll say that. Anyone who wants to go for it, that they want to make their path or career in training, ISTD diploma is something they have to think about. Because for this, you don't have to do anything separately. It just continuously you can do with it. So it's been a great thing, great experience, and it's been very helpful to me. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Sonali. Now, Mr. Manish Bhatt, last but not the least, has a huge experience in academics. He is a training and placement officer, a very wide range of activities he is handling. Manish ji.
Yeah, thank you, sir. 1 minute.
You're making PPT?
No. Yes. Good evening, one and all present here. Well, I'm very thankful to Upadhyay sir for introducing me. As I'm from academics and that too from the science fraternity, you all must be wondering, all the participants must be wondering, how come this ISTD diploma has helped me? In my college, I'm working as assistant professor, basically in the biotechnology field, but I'm also in charge of training and placement cell. And I basically look into organization, execution, evaluation of various training programs for my students and also the recruitments of my students. During my MBA, I completed my MBA in human resources, and then I studied training and development as just a small unit. And when I took the charge of this training and placement cell, I realized that I should take some formal training, or I should have some formal backing of this training and development. So one of my friend who is also ISTDian, through him, I just came to know about this particular diploma and I immediately enrolled it. I liked the program very well. Well, the entire journey of 18 months long journey of this ISTD diploma program, and into that 8 papers, 16 assignments, one complete project, 2 case studies, and that too all the case studies are to be of your own case studies. And then also the 16 assignments are also to be completed in a very creative manner. I learned a lot. And as I basically belong to this academics, so I easily completed all the papers on time. And then definitely this diploma has really helped me a lot in sharpening my admin as well as my planning skills. And it has really helped me a lot in execution, in planning, in organization of the training program, which I generally do as a part of my the charge which I am handling. And I would say that this particular diploma, this training and development diploma of ISTD, can be considered as finishing schools, because nowadays that finishing school term is there. Even after completion of your engineering or some other courses, finishing schools are very much required to get the fine tuned with the kind of work which you're doing. So I consider, or I believe, that this ISTD diploma is definitely going to be considered as one of the finishing schools, even for the MBA students, who can definitely do that. And then into this, one very important thing which I learned, that is training need identification. I was doing that, but as Gautami said, that we were doing those things, but after doing that particular diploma, we realize what is the difference. I can really make out what is the difference before completing the diploma and after completing the diploma. I have really got the different focus while doing the things, while executing the things, while evaluating the particular training programs which I am doing. And then I guess that I have acquired the required professionalistic approach for carrying out my activities into my current 40. And then I just came across to so many people during this journey of ISTD, and the take-home message for me as well as for all those who can do this diploma is that this diploma will definitely, if you wish to acquire competency, age over your counterparts, and professional attitude, then definitely this holistic training and diploma is must for you all. So with that, I just complete my talk. Over to Upadhyay sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bhatt. Now we have a poll for the audience. So Gurvinder ji, can we have poll please? Or I should launch? So you can just find 5 competencies. Audience, please. Is poll visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's clear.
We'll have for 40 seconds, 29% people voted, 38. Okay, so I am sharing the results. This is the, yes. So knowledge of the subject is 80%. Weightage has been given by the audience. You can see next is the presentation skills, understanding learning principles, and then coming to learning skills. So now, okay, you can, Gurvinder ji, remove the poll. So with this, we are coming to second session of the, Ms. Sonali, because you have to go. If you are not having time, you can go. There's no problem. You have covered your part. Thank you very much. She has a meeting at 7 o'clock. Ms. Sonali.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, everyone, and best wishes for anyone who is pursuing diploma. Thank you.
So Dr. Deepak Sharma, see, you had been earlier in government sector, then service sector, then again you have gone to academics after completing your PhD. You let us know specifically how helpful been the diploma knowledge to you in planning and execution of your training session, because you are training mentor and also faculty training session, and also the session in your college. Dr. Deepak.
No, I unmuted. Thanks for that. So this is a big, this is a large, the very big journey for me, right? So the earlier I used to work in India as a.
Be brief in 2 minutes because we are running short of time.
So as a HR head, and I have to have a lot of trainings, though I conducted the trainings in the colleges too, right? And the once you know the things, so you can have the things, right? So the whatever the requirements and the whatever the goals you set, whatever the objectives you have, the easily you can fulfill that. And right now in Canada also, though I have the skills, so I'm just engaging my students through the different type of activities, the different type of skills I have. And it is a highly appreciated. I'm not saying that, yes, from my end, I'm getting the feedback on and off, and the feedback is a very, very important for any trainer. Until unless you won't get the feedback, then you won't know this, what are the improvement areas. So here I'm getting the feedback, and every teacher gets it. And always I'm getting out of 5 is 4.8 or 4.7. I'm happy that, yes, I'm getting the feedback, and wherever I feel that I need an improvement, I'll keep on improving it, right? This is what I learned from the ISTD, I learned from the Institute of Performance and Learning. So feedback is a very, very important, right?
Yeah,
so,
thank you very much. Actually, feedback is the instrument.
Yeah.
Feedback is the instrument to get assessed and also have the identification of area of improvement, work it on. Now, Dr. Ravi Kumar Kurhade ji, you have been heading training and development function of many organizations. I have seen you from cement industry to so many industry you have moved on. How helpful been your learning from diploma in management of training?
So thank you for this very right question, Yogesh sir. You see that there is a single objective of training which is now concluded in my mind, and that objective is converting training and development efforts into improvement parameters. And all the learnings I have put up into a 6D model, which I learned from Dr. Roy Pollock. And that 6D is right from define to document. So before any learning intervention, we need to define the business need, that why this training, why this intervention. If we are able to successfully define that need, then the next part is define training need, that what knowledge, what development of the person will help us to deliver and get that business need. So that's the first D, define. Then design. To achieve that business need, we need to design a program. Design of program means who will do what he will do, means partnership matrix, then training material, then learning target, who will be learning. That's a design of program. And then delivery. Delivery is basically for application, means to achieve those business needs. Using the smart pupil, which I have told in my early session, and then the best trainer skills, and then drive for achieving it. Once the participants have learned through the delivery of the session, the driving means monitoring, reviewing, reminding, and making sure that the participants are transferring that learning into action. And we need to deploy document means training fulfillment requirements plus the business need fulfillment. So I started with defining business need and ending with fulfilling business needs. That's how the entire learning is converted into this system: define, design, deliver, drive, deploy, and document, wherein it will become a system approach wherein all members will align. So that's what.
Thank you, sir, very much. Actually, half of the training fails because people do not have a chance to implement it. And as a training manager, it is our duty that all learnings are implemented on job. And taking forward next question to Ms. Raghavi. See, you are role model for many young training aspiring professionals, and you have been very successful. Now you are an entrepreneur having your own firm. How you have been successful in managing resources, marketing your program, and also event management? Because trainer is also event manager, marketing, everything. So how you have been successful in your function?
Yes, sir. I would like to start this with a quote. Keep training and keep learning until you get it right. No matter which profession, which field, which discipline you are into, this is applicable. You keep on training, you keep on learning. And I am basically a polio victim from about 3rd month of my birth, and I'm a wheelchair-bound person. As and when I finished my education with the HR, narrowing down my profile to training and all that, I wanted to become an entrepreneur, a social entrepreneur. So through my organization, I also work for the empowerment of differently abled people. We support women, children also, but majorly differently abled people, wherein I have supported so many differently abled people in terms of employment, placing them in various organizations, giving sensitivity trainings to organizations on how to actually recruit the embracement of fellow employees, differently abled employees in the organization. Supporting them on education, supporting them and picking about the right talent, the talented differently abled people, and providing a platform for them, supporting the sportsmen, differently abled sportsmen. So many initiatives I've been doing in terms of my social entrepreneurship. Apart from the what has been listed in the slide in the first during the introduction, I also do this. So I also am a HR, I'm a trainer in various facets of my entrepreneurship also. So I think I would love to list it on a 8 aspects kind of a package, wherein I would relate my training and the social entrepreneurship together. Whenever there is a progress, whenever I do a project, when I initiate a event for my organization, whether it is for normal people, students or faculty, or differently able people, or bringing about a lot of empowerment initiatives for them, it is about only a few things that will actually pop up, and it directly relates to training. Because one is the need assessment. Only when you assess the need, you will be able to fix the problem. The next would be setting up of objectives, how you do it. The next would be your designing, how you actually methodologize on how to go about with that particular need fixing, and implement, and finally do the evaluation. And of course, this is directly in connection with your training, and this is what I do as part of the entrepreneurship role of mine also. So when I talk about one proper package which I directly relate with my entrepreneurship, I do certain things with one, listening. I listen to people. Yeah. Number 2, I have a strategic approach on whatever I do. Number 3 is encourage engagement. I'll have to encourage engagement, whoever it is, whether it is my differently abled people, or student community, or faculty, or women based initiatives that I'm doing, anything of that matter. Next would be being organized, the way that I do, whether it is the research work of my organization, or marketing of my organization, or any event part of my organization. Next would be instructional design, and the next would be having a touch on the pulse of the learning needs.
Yes.
The next would be analyze, improve, repeat the process. Analyze, improve, repeat the process. And the last would be lifelong learning. And only when I keep on learning about what I'm doing, whether it is my HR career or my training career or my social entrepreneurship career, I think I will be able to address a lot of my beneficiaries, again, differently able people or women or children or students or faculty. These are the community whom I am actually working for. So I thought I would list
Thank you
all of
so
them.
much. Actually,
So
when I
this
came
is
to
about this is about my viewpoints.
when I came to when I saw your profile, you became role model for us. You are a very strong girl.
Thank you.
And you are working for the needy people, not for the greedy people. So hats off to you. And I am clapping on behalf of all my attendees. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Manish, you wear many hats in the college, PPO, faculty, and networking with the industry guys for placement office. So how you prepare your students for their enhancement of their skill so they are industry ready, and how diploma has helped you?
Okay. Actually, sir, in the concluding remark, I will just tell that, I organize different trainings as per the requirement, because we have different courses, different program. One is the food technology, one is biotechnology, one is biomedical engineering, one is bioinformatics, and another one is going to be genetic engineering. So in spite, I am myself microbiologist and biotechnologist, I would have to study the requirement of all the different courses, and I have to organize a training program for them for that. So in a nutshell, I would say that this ISTT diploma will definitely help all those individuals who are engaged in the developmental aspect of human resources. And then one would definitely get the required orientation skills for the training and development. And then for ambitious people like me, I definitely this diploma will be kind of a boon for their advancement, for their career advancement. And in the last but not the least, I would say that those who aspire to have life skills, and learning is living with growth, then definitely this diploma would quench their thirst of knowledge and learning. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Upadhyay sir, and thank you, Kurian sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Dr.
Interact.
Bhatt.
Yeah.
The college is the yardstick of success is placement of students.
Yes, yes.
And that is the concern for parents also.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Sashi Singh, you have a very interesting and equally challenging role. That is the balancing of ROI for whole India companies, and also ensuring the well-being of the people, and ensuring sustainability and protecting the environment. Please share application of learning from ISTD in your area of responsibility.
Thank you, sir.
Like lead of local people, how you handle NGOs and all.
Yes. See, the ISTD came into my life. It said that many times things come when you're least prepared. And through my banking experiences earlier, and then my post-graduation rural management from exercises, I landed in a company where I needed to train our channel partners. That's when I came to know about ISTD and did my diploma program. And then I joined Coal India as a CSR professional. Now in Coal India, by nature of business, as you know, we are infamous for devastating nature. We are known for that. And that is the nature of the business, because 80% of the energy requirements in our country still runs through the coal. So which cannot be replaced in a day with the renewable energies or the good source of energies as there in the developed economies. Now, as a CSR professional, the ISTD diploma program has helped me in dealing with our implementing agencies who are doing the real job along with me in day-to-day life, in bringing changes in whatsoever small phases, whether it be forms of someone who's running a scholarship program. I try to enable them with some new techniques or some new learning modules which can be efficient in rolling out some programs till the grassroots levels, because my domain is a sector where you mostly deal with the informal people. They're not from the academics, they're not from the professional background. So things have to come down to very simple language and very simple techniques. So that's how the training diploma program from ISTD has helped me in working with my implementing agencies. Apart from my managers, my seniors, my juniors, everyone, it has helped me in making it easier for me and bringing about good change for the cause of the society.
Thank you. See, your role is most important in industrial activity. Now, Miss Gautami, see, you have been in academic, you are trainer. And most important part is the delivery, because content can be developed. The person doesn't know how to deliver, when to deliver, where to deliver. That totally it's clear failure in training. So tell us about on the aspect of delivery you have learned from ISTD.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I would request Gurvinder ji, if possible, I have sent one slide if it can be shown.
Time is running out.
No problem. I would
You can have
quote,
slides, so no problem.
I would definitely quote Sir Winston Churchill, who said that I love to learn, but I hate to, be taught.
To be taught.
Yes. So hate to be taught. So that is the reason we may have this learning cycle. 4 ways of learning. VAC has already been shared by my fellow panelists. So I would not emphasize on that. As a trainer, we may create from the same ingredient. One is comparing that. I may say that from before to after. We may create coffee art and we may splash it with all the ingredients. So learning equation is going with contents, as well as the magic happens when you deliver energetically. So there are 2 reproductive tasks, which is instructor dealt, repeating or responding, being told. Imitating means modeling or copying what the instructor or trainer says. I follow that. That is absolutely technical. And the other 2 ways are more interesting: trial and error method and thinking. So that there the learners or audience gets the opportunity to give the creativity, thinking out of the box, problem solving, which leads to their behavioral skills, and to enhance all the aspects of knowledge, skills, and attitude. These kind of learning blended approach is required. So one modality may not help. By there is a saying that what we listen, we remember 20%. What we see, we remember 30%, and what we read, we remember only 10%. So, and what we see and hear, we remember about 50%. Data says that. So along with that, not relying on one modality of training, and in understanding the aptitude and the learning style of the audience helps us a lot. So I'll conclude by saying that. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. You rightly said learning style of audience, how to engage. Somebody may like vocal, something like so. It is profiling of audience is most important. So now last would be Dr. Monica. See, we do many things. Now today we are what I said, what Mr. Kelvin has said, if you don't measure, you are not going to improve. And our boss, they are interested in ROI also. So you just let us know how important is the evaluation process and what are your learning from the diploma. Is he there?
Okay. So, evaluation to me.
Be brief. Now we are running short of time, please.
Sure, sir. Evaluation to me is the act of judging whether the training has been worthwhile in terms of the criteria that have been set. So since I'm working in academics, we have a trainee-centered approach where the ultimate beneficiary is the trainee, and the cost of training is secondary. So rather than return on investment, we use formative and summative evaluation. So in formative evaluation, we assess the training programs during the development stage or early implementation stage, and so that we can correct these programs on later on. And for summative evaluation, it takes place after the training has been done to examine the outcomes of the training. So in academics, basically, it's like saying, like, when you as a cook, you are tasting the food before serving it to the guests. That is the formative assessment. And when the guests taste and give you feedback, that would be the summative assessment. So in academics, we do a reaction evaluation, which happens immediately after the trainings, using rating scales, the Likert rating scale being the most common. And we do the learning evaluation, which happens using pre-training assessments and post-training assessments. Like, for example, when we impart employability training to our students. So we look for the number of students who get placed in the campus placement and getting their feedback as to how the training helped them in the process of job readiness. So this is how we evaluate. And of course, all of this has been learned after learning the nuances of training in ISTD.
Thank you so much. Guruvinder, we have Mr. Krishna from Chicago. Can you make him, Krishna sir, can you raise your hand? He will identify. He will give you 2 minutes. Mr. Krishna? Okay. So, see, training is not a casual thing. It is a systematic approach which involves training need assessment, design and development of curriculum, and implementation, that is the delivery, and then assessing. If there are some problem, again we will go to TNA, and focus is our performance of the organization, performance of people. So we do training for enhancing performance. When there is a performance problem, we do training, and these are the aspects which you all have discussed today very nicely. So congratulations to you from my side and Mr. Kurian's side. You have done justice to the topic given to you, but we have really paucity of time. I do not want to be late, and we started on time, but okay, it is okay. So thank you very much. We'll have some more webinar on the subject. So Kurian Saab, over to you. And thank you, Kurian Saab and ISTD President, for taking us on board for this webinar. We enjoyed your hospitalities. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Upadhyay, for managing it very well. And also, thanks to all the panelists for doing justice.
We have one more poll. If time permits, we can take, otherwise skip.
I think you can go ahead.
Guruvinder ji, can I have that poll also?
Sure, sir.
Yes, you can vote, and we'll.
Skype lab?
Yes. We're not voting.
Let's talk. Okay, let's talk.
Is poll visible or not? Yeah. Because knowledge and skill are two important things. Those aspects are there. Of course, because of limitation of the system, we could not include more. End it, no problem. Share the results. So we have education and training, knowledge of principles and method of training design, followed by the language, mastery over language. Then we have HR skills. So these are the results of the audience which we have right now. And lastly, you can remove. And before Kurian Saab, this is the tips for all training. Of course, it is the Subhastani, because Sanskrit, there are many input we can take from the Sanskrit. तो इसमें ट्रेनर का पर्सनल क्या होना चाहिए, these are all ये. तो there is a saying, ये शाम न विद्या न तपो न दानम ज्ञानम न शीलम गुणो न धर्म ते मृत्युनो के विवार भूता मनुष्य रूपेण मृगा शरंती. So these are the some personal traits मीन्स विद्या, जैसे ये सामने विद्या, दान, विद्या का दान, तप मीन्स हार्ड वर्क, you can remove hard work. These are the all attributes we should have in our personality to be successful trainer, successful human being. So you should have vidya. Tap means, tap, it is not there go to jungle. Tapasya for taking the knowledge. Dene ki pravritti means we should Miss Anita had given a webinar on art of giving, और ज्ञान, knowledge. ठीक है, अगर ऐसी चीजें नहीं है तो ट्रेनर एक पशु के समान, ऐसा बोलते हैं आदमी एक पशु के समान है. सो वी हैव टू हैव सम पर्सनल ट्रेट्स आल्सो. So thank you very much, being so nice audience. Over to you, Kurian sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Now we will be having closing remarks by Dr. Nataraj Ray. Before that, I would like to announce one more program will be there because a lot of demand from ISCD members from all over the globe. So we will be making a few persons from different countries, and we will have one more program with the permission of Dr. Nataraj Ray on 1st August evening. Over to Dr. Nataraj Ray.
Yeah. Thank you, Kurianji. Just I convey the 833 batch is going on to admission. So all the panelists, I would request to propagate our 833 batch across the country as your connectivity or your connection to send your posters and others to everywhere, so that this year we have got the good number of students, and also Kurianji has done this program. So you also propagate all the concern of the students, colleges, and others who are attached with colleges. You asked for your local chapter. We have already a posters. So put your posters in the college notice board and others, so that every sector we can get the good number of students, and also the proper marketing by yourselves, by ourselves. And that is, I would request everybody and all the alumni, all the existing students, all the our chapter chairmen and secretaries, and also NC members to give the more weightage and everywhere, even who are in the working in the corporate sector. You put in your organization that if they are the diploma in IST training and development, they will give it a more weightage to the interview board or interview session. That I would request to do this thing. Thank you. Over to Kurianji. That we have to propagate ourselves.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Krishna has joined from. He has joined for. You can speak, sir.
Yes. Good evening and good morning to everyone.
Morning.
Can you all hear me?
Yes,
sir.
Yes. See, I have been right through the presentation from the beginning. I should say, fortunately, I am sitting from the customer side of all of you. And having come from an industry with about 3 decades, I'm very, very happy and extensively pleased to see that you have a great process for making sure the training gives you the result to what the customer wants. I think I'm so happy, and I'm working with Dr. Upadhyay to see how, possibly we can contribute together better from a customer angle. But the kudos and congrats to all of you, especially the training side, where I feel tomorrow is a time when we are actually going to be global. Because when you have a job, people are going to apply from outside of India to Indian jobs. So we should make the Indian people, especially from our side, to strengthen them to act and think globally. I think you're all on that line. I think you're all big nation builders and then people builders. Congrats to every one of you. Let's see how we can all go together and make India great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krishna sir.
Thank you so much, Krishna sir.
Yeah, thank you all panelists, Dr. Upadhyay, Dr. Rishu, Dr. Nataraj Ray, and a special thanks to our Gurvinder Singh and NHQ team. So we will be doing great things for ISCD. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Good
much.
night.
Thank you.